Hey, what's up guys, Sir Emanon here, and welcome to another video. So we are currently live on twitch.tv/Sir Emanon. Go ahead and give us a follow, and we'd love to have you here. We're just hanging out, vibing here, right before maintenance is going up tonight. It's currently Wednesday as we are doing this. And yeah, right now we're going to be doing something that is probably a bad idea, which is we're not only going to be making a Master Duel tier list maker after one whole week of play, but we have the Twitch chat right here, and I'm not going to decide this tier list. The Twitch chat is. This could prove to be a fatal mistake. But right here, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and let Twitch chat decide where each of these decks should go. I pretty much just grabbed all the images from my card image folder to any deck that I could think of that was even like remotely relevant. And we have the tiers right here. We have tier 1, tier 1.5, tier 2, rogue, and fun. Obviously tiers are like subjective, and this is all in good fun. But in order to shift the blame off of myself and onto the Twitch people, this is how I don't take responsibility. I can just let the Twitch chat do all the work, and then you guys can flame them in the comments instead of me. Alright, so there we go. We're gonna go ahead and start off in alphabetical order here. Well, it's alphabetical according to the files that I uploaded. I know that not everything is gonna be included. I just kind of like wanted to put this together pretty quickly because, you know, I don't want to spend a whole ton of time here. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So the first one here is Ignister. So Ignister is pretty interesting. It didn't really like get a whole lot off of the Master Duel format. I feel like it also kind of loses a bit hard to max C, just because like the field spell is very telegraphed. It's not really seeing that much play. I mean, I've run into it a couple of times, but it's not really any different from like what current Ignister is. Like it hasn't really evolved. Chat seems to be going in favor of Rogue for now. Yeah, it looks like people are generally voting for Rogue, so we're gonna go ahead and put this here. Next up is we have Invoked. So this could represent a number of things. This could be like Invoked Dogmatika or just like pure Invoked. I have Shaddoll here already, so I'm inclined to do it like Invoked Dogmatika. I mean, it's pretty much the same as it always is. But like it really just kind of depends, I guess, on like the hybrid you splash it into. But Alistair is seeing a lot of representation. Looks like you guys voted for tier 1.5. So yeah, this is pretty solid, I think. It kind of just depends on like what Invoked variant there is. I don't think it's like the highest ceiling deck, obviously. Yeah, that's I think pretty fair for Invoked. It kind of just depends on like what variants there are. There's a ton of them, but I think overall like it's like a consistent, strong enough engine. It's like good enough to splash to like whatever, and it's like good over reliable, right? All right, next up we got everyone's favorite. We got Blue Eyes. So where are we putting Blue Eyes in here? Oh god, somebody already voted for tier 1. Yeah, I feel like Blue Eyes is just so popular because like Master Duel is roping people back into the game. And so, you know, Blue Eyes is a fan favorite, obviously. So, you know, people are always going to want to mess around with Blue Eyes, which is fair. Chat is voting for fun. I think that's pretty fair. Yeah, Blue Eyes is pretty much for fun. Next up, we got, oh, this is Block Dragging, so it's Adamancipator. I haven't actually run into much Adamancipator in general. But I think that the deck is really strong. It's one of the decks that I do want to build personally. So a really high ceiling for Adamancipator. Like this deck is one of the craziest decks that never got to see like real life tournament play in the TCG, but it is super strong. But yeah, it looks like the general consensus is tier 1. So yeah, I think this like is pretty respectable. I mean, this is one of the highest power combo decks currently available. Just Block Dragon being able to be insane follow up and grind matchups as well is really good. You have Union Carrier with the Buster Lock. You just have like all sorts of things. Like you can play like the Pranked Engine too. There's just like a lot of potential avenues for this deck to go down, and I think that that's pretty fair. Alright, next up we have, oh gosh, we have everyone's favorite. We have Dragonmaid. For some reason, I think I played against like 5 or 6 Dragonmaid players on my way to Plat 1. Tier 0. Alright, off to a great start. I think the deck is fine. Personally, I probably put it like tier 2 maybe. Yeah, it looks like a lot of you guys are voting for tier 2 right now. But yeah, I think that like the deck is good as a mid-range type of deck. But I kind of struggle to put it any higher just because like I think there are other better mid-range decks currently. But yeah, it looks like tier 2 is indeed the consensus. Look at that, we have one of each of the tiers so far. This is going great. Perfectly balanced tier list so far. Next one is Infernoble. So Infernoble is one that I haven't seen, but I just put it in here because like why not? I don't really know what Infernoble gets off the ban list besides Smoke Grenade, which granted is pretty strong, but I don't know if that's like enough for it to like boost it into like competitive. We got tier 2. All right, tier 2 for Infernoble. I mean, this is like reasonable right now. Like if you can't stop Infernoble, like if you don't have a hand trap for it, like they can definitely just rip your hand. So if you're playing board breaker cards, then it's not gonna work. But I feel like most people are on hand traps regardless. It's like a lot of other combo decks, but I think it's a bit more like the choke points are a bit more defined than something like Adamancipator, where like you have Halka-Fibrax and most notably like the Despot or sorry, the Auroradon. And that definitely hurts a lot, like if you get hand trapped in that. Plus, yeah, I think like with Adamancipator, you have like a really good backup plan and like Black Dragon just coming back every turn, and like Infernoble doesn't have that luxury as much. Like it can certainly like play in grind scenarios, but I haven't really just seen this deck that much in comparison. So that's just kind of where my head's at. The next one is gonna be, okay, this is interesting. We'll put Thunder / Chaos here, and then we'll see what people think about that. Because I'm curious to see what people think about Thunder. So Thunder, this could extend to a number of different things. It could be like 60 card Grass Thunder. This could be like 40 card Pure Thunder. Just anything that involves like the big Thunder package. Reminder, of course, obviously we have Colossus as is, you know, the emblem for this right here. Colossus is pretty strong if your deck doesn't have answers to it. You know, the Thunder package is very good. Grass is at 3. We have a lot of like really good graveyard tools. We have Snow at 3 as well. Like Snow with the Thunders is a pretty strong engine as well, like even in like kind of grind scenarios. Ooh, this poll is really divisive. Wow, a lot of people are voting 1.5, but a lot of people are also voting for fun. That is pretty interesting. Oh yeah, you guys can also commit channel points if you guys want to sway the vote and influence the poll in any specific direction. Okay, chat voted for fun. I don't know if I agree with that, if it being in the same tier as Blue Eyes. But that is what chat has voted for. Chat has voted for fun. This is why you tune into Twitch, guys. You can only get this from Twitch. That is perfect. All right, next up we got Shaddoll. This could like be pure Shaddoll. I guess this could be Invoked Shaddoll if like you're playing a heavier Shaddoll package. Like if you're playing actual Shaddoll Fusion and Eldlich Shaddoll Fusion. Not if you're playing just like Schism with like the Dogma stuff. Like Winda is pretty hard if your deck doesn't have answers for it, or if your deck like loses to Winda. Just in general, we have Shaddolls. A lot of people are putting it in tier 2. I would kind of agree with that, especially if it's more towards like pure Shaddoll. Just because like I don't know, the pure Shaddoll build isn't like super crazy because like the Shaddoll cards are not the greatest to draw sometimes unless you have specific combinations of cards. Like you have to draw fusion spells for them to work. But again, Winda's pretty good. Shaddoll is just worse Invoked. Yeah, I mean like you might as well just play Invoked with like just a Dogma package to get into Schism if you want to summon Winda that badly. And have like a more kind of consistent engine. So yeah, tier 2, I think that's pretty appropriate. All right, next one, Cyber Dragon. So fun fact, by the way, I have a 0% win rate against this deck on Master Duel, because my losses are pretty incredible. Like they consist of just like Raigeki into Lightning Storm into Core Machine Dupe Desires into just break my board and OTK. But yeah, Cyber Dragon I think is pretty cool in the fact that like it can go second pretty reliably in a format where it seems almost everybody is wanting to go first. And when you're in a format where so many people want to go first and you like have the decision without siding to go second almost every time, you can really build your deck just to go second, which is cool. That's why a lot of people were making me go first in my climb to plat. I noticed just because like a lot of people really just like to big boards in OTK, which is fair. Looks like a lot of people are voting for Rogue, and that is what won the vote here, so we're gonna put it in Rogue. Alright, next up, we got... what do we have here? We have BA, ooh. Alright, Rogue and Fun literally tied. They both got 22 votes. So, how are we gonna actually decide? How are we going to decide what wins? RPS? Coin toss? Alright, we're gonna do... alright. Coin toss. Alright, we're gonna do heads, Rogue, tails for fun. What do we got here? It's tails. Alright, BA is for fun. I'm sorry, Farfa, but BA is for fun. Next up is Orcust. This is a really fascinating one. Girisu is at 1, Harp is at 1. But at the end of the day, can you escape the Orcust brick? That is the question. I've not really seen much Orcust in general, so I can't really comment on what people are building right now. I really don't know how to build Orcust, if I'm being honest. Because like if you build the scrap stuff, like you just draw the fridge every game. If you go and build the PK stuff, well, you might as well just play pure PK. It's pretty interesting. I don't really know what the best way to play Orcust is in general. Alright, Rogue seems to be the prevailing vote, so I think that's fair. Same tier as Ignister, Cyber Dragons. I think that's reasonable. Oh, we have Draco. All right, everybody's favorite Floodgate deck that's not named Eldlich. All right, what do you think about Draco? Very free to play. Has the ability to play like all the draw cards in the universe. You have all the Floodgates. Erupt is at 3. Skill Drain's at 3. You have Kaiser Coliseum if you want to play it. Like TC Boo, Rivalry goes in. You can play any combination of these cards. You could play even like a mono or border if you wanted to. Yeah, you also don't have to build any URs for your extra deck because you have no extra deck. But is it better than Eldlich, I guess is the best question. Probably not, is my personal opinion. And it looks like Draco did in fact get Rogue. That is what you guys have voted for. Next up, ooh, this one is also pretty fascinating because it got some new tools off the ban list, and that is SPYRAL. So I believe Master Plan is free, right? SPYRAL is cracked, just bricky, yeah. It's interesting because like in the TCG, right? SPYRAL and Lunalight were meta around the same time. Like this was around early 2020, before both Master Plan and Tiger got banned on the April 2020 ban list. And both decks actually kind of have similar weaknesses in the fact that like they both kind of acquire specific combo pieces to play. Ooh, this vote is extremely close. Wow, 11 votes for 1.5, 10 votes apiece for 2 and Rogue. Looks like 1.5 is gonna be where it is. Wow, it is in the same tiers in votes apparently. All right, next up is Zoodiac. This one I'll put as pure Zoo, because we have Tri-Brigade there, and I'll put that as Tri/Tri-Zoo. I think those decks are kind of similar. So this is going to be representative of pure Zoo. Zeus is at 1, which is like, this is the only deck really that Zeus to 1 matters. Drytron's at 1 though, unlike TCG, so like you can definitely like do some stuff with that. I know Mr. Alex Simo has been playing pure Zoo, and tier 1.5 is what won the vote. So Zoodiac and SPYRAL are both in this tier. Next one, oh, all right, we got Drytron. This one might be our next contender for actual tier 1. Benton at 3, Ava at 3, Union Carrier Legal, although that's not like that. That's like not the biggest one to be fair. But yeah, looks like we got tier 1. That is a pretty unequivocal tier 1 vote. So yeah, we got Drytron, Adamancipator up right here in tier 1. I think that is pretty fair. Next vote is, okay, this one's kind of a wonky one. I just put a cliche in here. Tier 2 engine with only 1 Nadir. Yeah, you can evaluate this as an engine, I suppose. So yeah, instead of looking at Dogmatika as like a deck, you can evaluate the engine as a whole. So how good is the Dogmatika engine with 1 Nadir Servant? A lot of people seem to be voting for tier 2, which I think makes a lot of sense. Yeah, would tend to agree. Yeah, we can just throw this into the tier 2 spot. Oh boy, next one. We got Eldlich. This is the deck that has caused possibly the most amount of rage quits in Master Duel so far from what I've seen on my Twitter timeline. I'm curious as to what you guys think about this one. This deck, similar to Draco, can play every Floodgate in the known universe. You could play Skill Drain, you could play like TC Boo, Rivalry goes in. It's just Floodgates. You have like a bunch of like consistency cards with like all the pot cards. And it looks like the vote is being ruined by somebody who is sabotaging the vote. Somebody is sabotaging the vote right here. And Fun is currently winning with 56%. Is Eldlich going to be in the fun category because Twitch chat is ruining it? That is Twitch chat in a that is Twitch chat in a nutshell. Stop the count. Count is stopped right now. And guys, Fun has won. I am actually gonna screenshot this and save it because that is too funny. But Eldlich is apparently nothing more than a fun deck. You heard it here first. Twitch chat is never wrong. And Doctor Who contributing 4,600 channel points just to turn this tier list into a complete fat joke. Thank you for ruining the quality and any credibility this video might have had. Thank you. This is my mod, by the way. Next up, we got Electromite. So this could be like a Pendulum Magician, just any deck that like hard uses Electromite. I have Endymion here next, so I'll kind of put that as its own separate category. But this could just be like Pen Magician. All right, looks like Fun has won the vote here. All right, Fun for Pendulum, eh? Next up is Pure Endymion. This is pretty interesting. This deck plays differently from just like regular Pen. It's like not a full combo deck, but this deck did really well in like early tournaments. So I'm curious as to how people are going to place this deck. Vote is going towards Fun. So people just in chat are not fans of Pendulum right here. Alright, so Endymion, you're going in the fun category. Alright, next one is going to be... Oh, this one's Earth Machine. I honestly put this in here just because I found the image in my folder. I have not really seen many people play this deck besides Peeps Yu-Gi-Oh. So I'm curious as to like who else is playing Earth Machine right now. So according to you guys think that Earth Machine is better than Thunder Combo, both Pendulum decks, and Eldlich. This is totally a valid, legit poll, by the way. Alright, Earth Machine, Rogue tier. Alright, next up we got Evil Twin without Trouble Sunny. This deck does not have its boss monster. So I wonder how people are gonna vote for this one. I can't imagine this deck is very good without Trouble Sunny. Oh boy, a lot of people are voting tier 1. Somebody is ruining this poll as well. But right now, it looks like the vote is going towards tier 1. Oh god. Oh, just barely. Just barely the vote has been saved. And we have indeed got the vote for fun. Now we have Virtual World. I feel like this deck is very popular. I think a lot of people are playing this deck. And it makes VFD. I mean, that is pretty much all I have to say about VW. And it looks like VW has comfortably managed to win the tier 1 vote, which I think is pretty respectable. We have Lunalight. Oh gosh. Alright, I want to see how you guys are biased. If you guys are biased for or against me, this is Lunalight. This is like any variant of Lunalight. Please don't vote tier 1 because it's not tier 1. Alright, I'll just put my own personal vote here. I'm not going to actually vote for the poll. But I would just personally say I think it is Rogue, probably. I think the Tri-Build could make a case for tier 2, but I would struggle putting it any higher than this. Even with 3 Tenki, 3 Tiger, I would struggle putting it any higher than tier 2, like even for the best build. Oh gosh, oh, we have a couple of last second votes. Alright guys, not by my choice, Lunalight is tier 1, and Stevie Blunder, of course, here to ruin my poll and ruin my video. What else is new? Alright, so Lunalight tier 1, obviously. Tierless and Shambles Pog. Yeah, you have a lot of this which is like fairly accurate, and then you see Lunalight tier 1, then you see Eldlich tier in the 4th fun tier, and you question everything. Alright, next up. Oh, we have Lyrilusc. This is Lyrilusc Tri, obviously. People are saying 1.5. I would kind of agree, just because I don't think it's tier 1. I think it loses harder to interruptions than stuff compared to like Adamancipator and Drytron. But it is still a very strong deck. Alright, we got 1.5. I actually think that's pretty fair. I'd probably put this in 1.5 myself. What do we got next? Okay, I don't know why this is in here. Why did I put this in here, guys? I have no idea. But if somebody ruins the poll by making this tier 1, we might have to end the stream. But this is Magical Muskets. Why is this on this tier list? It's because it's in my folder, in my card images folder, and I happen to see it, and I'm like, sure, let's throw in Magical Muskets for the fun of it. I can't wait to see everybody put tier 1 just to troll the tier list even further. Oh boy, the vote is very, very close between 1 and fun. Okay, it looks like the vote has not completely lost all credibility, as fun has indeed won. Thank you for not completely ruining this. Alright, I don't know why this one's in here either, actually, but we have Marincess. This is before like any of the new support that's gonna come out like in... What's this? Is it Battle of Chaos or the one after that? I can't remember. But yeah, clearly it's not gonna include any of those cards. Future tier 1 Trust. Honestly, it has the potential to definitely crack into some of these higher tiers once the new support comes out, but currently right now, it definitely struggles for sure. Looks like generally people are saying with the new support could be better, but right now it is just currently going to be a fun deck. Marincess right next to Eldlich looks good. That is too funny. Oh, here's another one that I'm not sure should be on this tier list, but we put it in here anyway. We have Mathmech. This is the real Sigma deck. Now, here's the question. How many decks are equipped to out Final Sigma? I guess anything that can make access code, to be fair. But guys, don't sleep on Super Factorial. That card is pretty nice. That card's pretty juicy. Like, Super Factorial into a Palatian is like kind of low-key trash almost. And it's not bad. Like, that's not bad. It's funny because like on Dueling Book, on high rated, there's always 1 or 2 people grinding Mathmech. I think the deck is like not the worst thing on this tier list, but for fun, I think is a pretty reasonable vote. We got Megalith. This is the best loner deck in the entire game. I want to see how you guys think about the Big Brain Gauge Ritual deck. Oh, and by a pretty narrow vote, it takes the rogue category. Imagine if I actually got tier 1. Oh, we have Mekk-Knight. Oh, this is pretty interesting. Usually being at 1 is like kind of not the greatest, but I mean, it's always searchable via purple and blue, so like you don't really need it. Also, you can summon it off of memory, right? So like usually being at 1 kind of is unfortunate, just because like you lose out on a normal summon starter, but like that's like fine. Like this is for pure mech, but like for invoked mech, you obviously like don't really need that. It does hurt the grind a lot according to chat. But yeah, Mekk-Knight's a pretty interesting for sure. It is a pretty good go second deck as well. Yeah, you can like jam in a lot of like really good like equalizers or hand traps, and then just like try and break boards, which is definitely not a bad strategy. All right, so tier 2 has won the vote. Next up is Altergeist. Shouts to DZ. If we have 1 faker only, and so that is a little bad for that deck. But I mean, control decks definitely aren't bad with 3 max C. It's pretty tough making a case for Geist, just because like again the deck has like kind of consistency issues. But yeah, it looks like you guys heard it here first. According to chat, Geist is going to be rogue tier, which puts it better than Eldlich confirmed. We got Sky Striker. So this deck's actually pretty cheap to build, to my knowledge. Like engage as you are, but I don't think it's like too difficult to build this deck. Like it's one of the control decks I think is like pushing a lot of the other control decks sort of down, like further down the tier list. Wow, people voted for tier 2. I actually expected this to be like 1.5, but tier 2 for Ray. Oh, we have pranks. All right, this is like pranks. I mean, I guess it could be Eldlich pranks if you want to put this here, but mostly just like stock standard pranks. It's very cheap to build. It has like a really good grind game, of course, and like it's pretty annoying to out. I think the engine is like the deck's very good. I probably put it either tier 1 or 1.5, and they have 3 Meowmoo, of course, so they're not gonna just lose to Ash Blossom and be unable to grind from that point. Pack says it's good, so it's mediocre unless you're a god at the game. Yeah, Pack is cracked, guys. Pack's on another level, but it looks like people are coming to the consensus that it is tier 1. God, everything in tier 1 looks solid except the Lunalight. Like I just cannot. We have Salad. I want to see what people think. Circle, I believe, is at 3 for prank or not prank kits for Salad. You know, it has obviously a lot of space to play hand traps. Like it's more consistent now than it's been in a while with 3 Circle, and you know it does what it's always done. Like update jammer access code just for easy OTKs. Can set up very, very defensively turn 1. Less people maining Nibiru as well. Yeah, that's also the other thing. People are not really playing Nibiru that much. Like it's a lot less popular than just like strictly TCG. So yeah, I think tier 2 is actually pretty fair for this deck. We have Madolche. Ooh, I haven't really seen this deck at all. What does Madolche have in Master Duel that doesn't currently have in the TCG? I guess the ability to recycle Maxi is pretty funny. Looks like Rogue and Fun are currently tied. And that's how it's gonna be. Alright, so Rogue and Fun are tied. You know what that means. We're going to the coin toss, baby. Alright, heads Rogue, tail is for Fun. What do we got? It is gonna be Rogue. Alright. What other deck had to tie here? It was BA, so looks like Madolche is gonna be better than BA off the coin toss. We got, let's see, Toad. This is Paleo Frog. 1 Toad. That is pretty rough. I don't know how good this deck is with 1 Toad. Toad is like one of the best things in this deck. Alright, and it looks like Fun is indeed the category here. Oh, I forgot to save the Madolche poll. Oops. Oh well. Phantom Knights. Ooh. So this could be like regular Phantom Knights, or it could be the Rongo build. So the Rongo build is pretty terrifying, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you have to have an answer to it, otherwise you just can't play the game. Oh yeah, I see chat is colluding to ruin the Dragon Link poll coming up. So yeah, Phantom Knights, they're very consistent. People aren't really like playing Lancia main deck or anything, so like it's pretty easy for them to play through hand traps if they open well enough, I think. I think their deck's actually pretty solid. We have 1.5 for Phantom Knights. I think that is pretty respectable. I wouldn't hard disagree with that. Oh, we have the Dragon Link deck. Oh boy. Alright, people were talking about potentially ruining this poll right here, so we'll see what happens. 3 Striker Dragon. I think the Baby Chaos Dragons are also unlimited here. I could be wrong. But yeah, not nearly as many hits to this deck as in the TCG. Of course, LP is still banned, but I mean, the deck doesn't clearly need, you know, LP. Oh boy, we got the chat ruining the poll already. Fun is currently winning. More appropriately, I think this is tier 1.5, which is like currently in second place. But oh boy, Twitch chat is trying its best to continue to ruin the poll. Oh, it's the battle of who wants to rig the poll more. Come on, guys, you can rig the poll by using bits as well. You can donate bits to the channel if you guys want to ruin the poll even harder. But it looks like we got... Oh, and Fun has indeed taken it. Lychee Boy, thanks for the 20 bits. And a random Yu-Gi-Oh! With the 2,400 channel points to put Dragon Link in the Fun category. Guys, this is a flawless tier list right here. Alright, next we have a Try. And this is mostly like Try Zoo, if I'm being honest, because that's a more popular build. Alright, wow, literally nobody has voted for anything but tier 1 or Fun. At least this one gets to be in tier 1, where it probably deserves to be. So we got Try Zoo in tier 1. Man, Lunalight really just should not be here. Let's put it at the top of tier 1. Just for banter. Alright, next up, what do we got? We got the last one here. Nice, we're already down to our last deck. And that is going to be Dinosaurs. We have 2 Ovi, 3 Misk, and I think everything else is like legal, right? Everything else is fine, right? Can we get a real tier list after this? Nah, this is way funnier. Honestly, the real tier list isn't too far off from this. Like, Lunalight should be lower, Eldlich obviously should be higher, Dragonmaid should be higher. But I think overall, I wouldn't change too much. I would change Striker probably to be a little bit higher. Besides the votes that were deliberately, you know, ruined, I don't think it's like too far off. Well, yeah, people are saying tier 2. Wow. I would probably put this a little bit higher personally, but you know what? This is the will of the people. And who am I to deny the people from putting Dinosaurs into the tier 2 category? So we got Dinosaurs in tier 2. Alright, so last up we got Hero right here, which is one that I forgot to put on this tier list, just because I was going through my folder a bit quickly. But a lot of people wanted Heroes to be represented on this tier list somehow. So, and right now it is currently winning what's currently winning the vote for Hero is tier 1. And, you know, what else did I expect? No DPE Heroes, by the way, is going to win the tier 1 spot. Wow, nobody even like committed channel points. This is just straight up people just voting Heroes to be tier 1. Alright, and there we have it. This is the most scuffed tier list in the entirety of 2022. Voted for by Twitch chat, with me having no influence on this whatsoever. So, this is what happens when you give Twitch chat any sort of power and any sort of availability to determine anything. And you get this monstrosity of a tier list. So let's go ahead and quickly run through it right here before we wrap up this video. So tier 1, we got the best deck, obviously Lunalights. Clearly no bias of the people who are watching my stream. We have Adamancipator, Drytron, VW, Prank Kids, and Tri-Brigade / Tri-Brigade Zoo. You know, I think apart from Lunalight, all of these are actually pretty decent. And yeah, these are like pretty expected. Next we have tier 1.5, which is the Alistair deck / Invoked. SPYRAL, Zoodiac, we have Lyrilusc, and we have Phantom Knights. Tier 2 is Dragonmaid, Dogmatika as an engine with 1 Nadir Servant, Striker, Infernoble Knight, Shaddolls, Mekk-Knight, Salamangreat, and Dinos. Rogue tier, we have Ignister, Cyber Dragons, Orcust, True Draco, Earth Machine, Megalith, Altergeist, and Madolche. And then for fun, this is for fun, by the way, totally not rigged by the YouTube or the Twitch polls. We got Eldlich, Dragon Link, Thunder Chaos, Burning Abyss, both Pendulum decks in the Pen Magicians and Endymion, Evil Twin without Trouble Sunny, Magical Musketeer, Marincess, Mathmech, Paleo Frog with 1 Toad, and Blue Eyes. So that's it. This is why we don't let Twitch have any power, because we can't have nice things. We put these decks in the fun category while Lunalight gets to be tier 1. I mean, I appreciate it. Guys, if you want to catch these streams live, again, follow me on Twitch so you can go ahead and ruin more content like this. And if you guys want to comment down below on what you guys think is correct or incorrect about this tier list besides the obvious stuff, or even you can comment on the hilarity of the obvious stuff, leave a comment down below. I would love to go ahead and read through those. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to go ahead and follow me on all social media platforms in the description box below. Or you can support me with the affiliate links if you want to help support the channel. It would be highly appreciative. And until next time, I'll catch you in the next video. See you guys.